Give it up for the very funny Mike Booch, y'all. Mike Booch. Good evening. Alright, I'm not from Long Island City. I actually, like, before you come up, they ask you about, like, where you're from and what you do. They're like, oh, did you write for a sitcom or anything? I'm like, I just came here. That's it. I came from Long Island. That's all I got. I'm the funniest guy in my college. You can see it. Easter's over, so I'm glad about that. We can all get back to our vices. You know what I gave up for Lent? I gave up masturbation. Yeah, and I'm proud to tell you that I actually went 6 minutes without masturbating, and that's like an all-time high for me. No, I'm kidding. I actually didn't give up anything for Lent because I'm not very what's the word? I'm not very delusional. Thank you. Now that I got you hating me for religion. Anyone see the movie Noah? Only movie that was better than the book. Thank you. So now that I'm done with the touchy topics, racism. One of my friends, he's pretty racist. You know, like everything that we talk about always has to go back to race and stuff. And it's just hard to tell him about it because he's black. So he kind of has a point about a lot of stuff he says. And like we were talking about the movie Monsters Ball once. Billy Bob Thornton's in it, Halle Berry's in it, with this awesome sex scene, and Halle Berry actually won an Academy Award for that role. And my friend just tells me, he goes, yeah, just so she had to have sex with a white guy to get it. A couple things are really racist about that. One, my friend doesn't sound like that. And two, like, you say that about anyone that has to work with someone of the opposite ethnicity? You know, would you be like, oh, it's great that Victor Cruz caught that touchdown pass, but sucks he had to catch from White Eli Manning. He told me recently, now I'm not putting the beer on the stool because I'm going to use that later as a vagina. You'll see, when you see the joke, you're like, oh, that's what he was talking about. I don't want to put it there because you're like 20-something. You just started drinking pretty much, right?
I'm 23.
23? Yeah. Okay, so you're still having fun with it then. It's not depressing yet, like necessary. So my racist friend, that's the guy I'm talking about right now. He actually told me if he had a time machine, he would go back in time and enslave white people before they could enslave black people. Wow. What a thing to tell your white friend. But it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And you know why? You could beat a white person all day and they would just complain the whole time. You know, like you have like a black slave master and he's like, come on, wigger, do the work. Sorry, I meant wigger. I don't want to hear that's like, he's like, come on, wigger, do the work. And like that's just like, ow! Oh, do you have any idea how much that hurts? I'm going straight to human resources about this. He's like, your name is Kuta Kinte. He's like, oh, my name is Toby. Not sure if you saw my second guess myself just before that part. I was like, should I go there? I'll take it. That'd be me thinking, like, what would I do if I had a time machine? You know what I mean? Like, I think I'd go back in time to the birth of a very, very important baby. I'd be right there in the delivery room. The doctor has the baby and he's like, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hitler. It's a healthy baby boy. And then, just like the Kembe Mutombo, I just come out of nowhere and like, whack! Oh, no, no, no! Yeah, I killed the baby and then joking you laugh. Well, I'm not saying that's not the Holocaust outright. It would just probably be done by another anti-Semite, like Mel Gibson, Walt Disney, maybe. Right, General Mickey. I'm gonna take these Jews out of their houses. Oh boy! And he's like, oh, bum, 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 bum. And like all the like magical brooms are just washing the Jews out of their houses. Oh man. So that's why my friend's racist. I want to vent to you real quick, if that's okay. Just yesterday, my car got completely fucked, and you might be asking me how. I don't know, it just happened. Alright, I'm driving on my way to my other job, the Chinese restaurant, because comedy's going so well. And the check engine light just comes on. He's like, "I'm back, bitch." So, I don't know what's going on. The car won't go past 20 miles an hour. It's having trouble shifting in between gears. And I finally make it to my job. And I make the mistake of lifting up the hood. Because at that moment, I realized I don't know shit about cars. For some reason, I never learned how to take care of the most expensive material item I will ever own. I decided, oh, it's more important to know like how many Robins Batman worked with as opposed to how to take care of a car. But, like, what do I expect? Like, maybe I ran over a midget and like he's up in the engine and like it's Peter Dinklage there, just jacking off into the windshield washer fluid. That way, like when I turn on and try to wash my windshield, I'm like, ah, Tyrion, come on, you prankster, you're crazy. Game of Thrones fans. At that point, speaking of celebrities, I want to share some famous quotes with you. Okay. Here's the first one. Fuck the stairs. That's FDR. Thank you very much. Here's the next one. You know, I really love doing illusions and everything, but I hope no one ever takes it seriously and blows it way out of proportion. Jesus Christ. And here's my last one. Hey bro, maybe you should slow down. That was Paul Walker. Thank you very much. Like, oh, he just came out with a movie this weekend. Is he dead? Is he really? I mean, because what happens to every celebrity after they die? They get more famous, right? I think they just fake their own deaths. They take all the money they make after as a retirement fund. You name it, anyone who's ever become more famous dead than they were alive. Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Anne Frank. They're all chilling on some island, laughing at us. Because we think they're dead. So I know I promised you a stool vagina joke, and I totally forgot it, so I'm going to go back to it now. My black friend, he recently dumped this horrible girlfriend he was with. And, like, it wasn't really her personality. She was a whore, I guess, is how I would say it. Like, we used to play this little drinking game called, like, Never Have I Ever, right? And basically, you say something you've never done, if someone has done it, then they drink, right? And you get a little kinky with it. So it would be like, oh, never have I ever had sex with two guys. Drinks, not a big deal. In the same day, drink. At the same time, drink with a donkey, drink. And she's just like, she's winning, never have I ever. And it's not a game you win. Like, I'm not trying to say this girl's a slut, but if you wanted to finger her, you know, like those Incredible Hulk fists that they sell at Kmart? Like, you need a set of those. Like, I don't want to say that she gets around, but she gives the term beatbox a whole new meaning. I'm not trying to say that she's loose, but Pharrell actually wanted to wear her as his new hat. Oh, if you feel like boom, boom, boom. Back to celebrity deaths. Follow me, okay? Ultimate Warrior's dead. That happened. You know, he's actually not my favorite wrestler. I love wrestling, I'm gonna admit it, but I'll never buy a Hulk Hogan shirt because I feel they're all rip-offs. No, my favorite wrestler of all time is probably The Rock, right? Because he had all these awesome sayings. He'd be like, you know, I'm gonna take this thing, dust it off, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. And like, why was he so undecided me? Why was that The Rock's thing? Like, I know he's famous for coming from Miami U, but I don't feel like he transferred from Penn State. Speaking of colleges, a little bit about myself. I am a tour guide at my school. And so my job is to take around prospective students and tell them all the great things about my school so they'll come there. So lie, that's what I do. But like, what am I supposed to tell them? Like, one thing about our campus is we have just stray cats all over the place for some fucking reason. We have stray cats, we have geese too that hiss at you when you walk by. But like, if this were Game of Thrones, our like house emblem would be just a stray cat getting fucked by a goose, getting fucked by financial aid. And our house motto would be, a student always repays his loans. Like, that's a thing. But I do go to one of the most culturally diverse schools in the country, and it's true. I look around the campus, I've never seen so many different types of black people. You know, and I have a lot of black friends, and I like them, I just can't relate to them. I don't know what it's like that to buy a new tube of cocoa butter every week. I don't know what it's like to see my favorite character not make it to the end of a horror movie. I don't know what it's like to sit on a toilet and have my penis drop in the water. You know, fun fact that actually happened to my friend from a few jokes ago. He sat up, penis dropped in the water, and I said to him, well, if you want it sucks, all you have to do is flush. And he said, yeah, as long as it's not from a white toilet bowl.
From Long Island, I'm sorry, I put the city on the end of it. Give it up for Mike, yo. Let me hear it for Mike.